Hey Phoenixes, Daniela here of Redesign Your Life, and you are watching the next episode of Free Create Fridays, the only place where you are going to find your creative how-tos mixed with your wise woman advice about how to bring it into your life to actually do something about your life. Not only are we making beautiful projects, but we are giving you the tools every week to show you how you can integrate those tools and make them a part of your everyday life to actually change your experience. So this week, we are continuing on with our series of upcycling and repurposing our clothes. Last week, we had a fabulous time making fringe bags. This week, we're gonna be working with bleach and acrylic paint to transform your clothes just that little bit more. So let's go ahead and get started with our stretch, and then we'll dive right in. All right, we're gonna get started here as we always do by getting a nice fall forward. Roll your back up. Neck last. Already feels good already. Arms up. I'm just gonna scoot down so you can see what I'm doing here. We're just gonna reach for the sky. And last two. And one. Bring it down, nice and across. Bring it behind. Make sure you're taking nice deep breaths here as we stretch. Our breathing really controls our fight or flight mechanism in our body. And the more we can slow our breathing down just for a few minutes, the healthier we will be. I'm gonna bring it around. Just arm up and over. You just want to gently rest your arm here on your leg. You're not trying to overextend by putting extra balance on anything over here. You're basically just trying to go as far as your side will allow you. And the other side. Feet hip width apart, just a little bit here, so we can twist. Twisting is a wonderful core exercise. Not only is it great for your muscles, but because you are moving such a large section of your body at one time, it actually helps with the circulation all over. This is a lovely, low-impact thing to do when you've been sitting for a little too long. One more. Very nice. Let me go down one more. Hold in your core. Reach up to a flat back. As you can see here, flat back, not rounded, not torqued. working. Nice and flat. Go down again. And roll it back up. Arms up to the sky. Reach back, reach back. Oh, very nice. All right. Now that we've got our stretch on, let's get into this bleach. I'm gonna change out of this lovely top, as you might think, and then we're gonna prep our work surface and we will be good to go. All right, Phoenixes, here are all the supplies that you will need for this week's project. Now, since we are working with bleach, you know what bleach is, you all know how it works. So definitely want to make sure that you put something down. I just happen to have this here, but if you've got garbage bags, that works too. If you want to work outside on concrete you don't care about, that works too. Just make sure that you've got your surfaces covered, and that includes yourself. We also have our gloves here, and we have a face mask, but I don't have it sitting right in front of me. For the bleach, just your classic home bleach here. We've got also our acrylic paints that we'll be using, along with our brushes and our clean water. For using the bleach, I also have a selection of brushes, being a toothbrush and a face washing brush, so we can flick the bleach. As well as I found one of these for very cheap, and it's got a nice little spray bottle in it that we'll be using. You'll also probably want paper towels. You will need cardboard. Any kind of cardboard will do. I just had this bad boy sitting around. Quite possibly a ruler as well. And you may or may not want to try our freezer paper technique that we will be doing today as well. So, we've also got some lace here that we're going to be using, and our X-Acto knives for our freezer paper project. All kinds of stuff we're going to be working with today, Phoenixes. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be here a minute, but there are going to be so many fun things for you to play off of. I can't wait to show them to you. So let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is dilute our bleach. Now, some people say that you can use it straight. I tend to like to not, because all my years working in costuming, I know that bleach can very easily, I know that bleach can very easily eat through clothes. So we are just going to fill up our bottles here. Like I said, this is just regular clean water that I just pulled from the tap. Now we're just going to fill up our bottles halfway, approximately. It doesn't have to be perfectly measured. And you want to do it about 50-50. Bleach here. I'm going to put on my gloves. All right, I'm going to take our bleach. And if you have a face mask of any kind, you definitely want to wear it, because spraying bleach, and if it gets poofs into the air, and bleach particles definitely are an irritant to your lungs. So do not tempt fate, people. Whoop. There's one. And the other. Ooh, I smell it already. Put your lids down on firmly. Give it a nice little shaky poo. Now this one I went ahead and did so that we can paint directly with the bleach. You could also use a bleach pen if you have one. I just happen to not have one with me today, but you could use that as well. So you can use this with your paintbrushes, you can use this with your Q-tips, you can actually just drizzle drizzle it all over. Lots of different applications. Okay, let's get started. It's also worth a mention when you're picking out shirts that you want to find ones that have either, I don't know if you can see if it's going to focus, there we go. You know, if rayon is good, but polyester does not work as well. Also, anywhere over 50% cotton. I don't know if that, come on. There we go. Anything over 50% cotton will also work. So cotton and rayon. But not so much polyester. So when you're picking out shirts, just keep that in mind. Okay, we've got our first shirt, which is a tank top. Old tank top that I love but is worn. We got our cardboard. Okay, here we are. And then let that dry. You can also do things like freestyle. There's lots of very basic techniques that you can use. So if you would like to let it continue to develop, let it sit and it will continue to develop. Also, if you apply heat with an iron, which I will be showing you a little later, that will also help lighten and develop the color. But if you want to stop that development right where it is, that you like the color that it is, you can dunk it immediately in cold water in your laundry room or anywhere like that and rinse the bleach out, and it will stop the process. So another really, really cool way to get your shirt is to basically do a tie-dye type operation where you ball it all up, or you tie it and you actually use the straight liquid bleach just directly on it, just like this. If any drips off onto your surface, it's okay. You can just use the shirt to soak it right up. And this is a really free-form way to kind of get a bleached tie-dye. Super cool. And this will keep developing and developing and getting lighter and lighter. And I will show you how it looks in the end. For this one, we've got it already here. We are just going to freeform. You can also use tape to block off areas and do a geometric design. You can use tape as a stencil and cut shapes out of the tape and stick them on. In fact, let's try that now. Alrighty, so all I did here was take our tape and literally just cut some shapes right into that bad boy. Peeled them off, peeled them out with my X-Acto knife, stuck them on there, stick them on there nice and good. So use such a simple design, and then by the time we're done with it, it's going to look fabulous. Yeah. As you can see, our shirt over here is really starting to show. Really cool. Really, really cool. You can also take a spray bottle that has the multiple nozzle setting from spray to jet and use that as well to get the different particle textures. Looking pretty sweet. Take the cardboard out. Now, you may want to take a look at your edges, because sometimes what you'll find is you put the cardboard and you kind of get this space here where it's like, you know. So just slightly mist anywhere where you kind of want to bring everything together. Check the other side here. And there you have a lovely example of what you can do with just a little bit of spritzing and a little bit of tape work. Super cool. I can't wait to wear this shirt now. Okay, I'm going to show you the last technique for this week with our bleach. Already got this all set up and ready to go. This is a long sleeve shirt that I've had sitting in the closet forever. It is a lovely fabric long sleeve shirt. However, I just have so many black shirts that I kind of, you know, I got too many black shirts. I don't know how you could say that being a theater person, but hey. So as you can see, I've already stenciled out this beautiful design from one of the stencils that I have. And it is not on the wax side. There's the wax side. Let's see, well, it's not wax, it's plastic. So what you want to do is center your design as best you can. Boards all there and everything. And then we're going to get our iron. Okay, here we are. I have got my iron. I get that bad boy on the wool setting, so not too hot. And we're just going to lightly press down. Now you don't want to use the steam at all. That is going to work against you in this case. Test, so you can kind of see how it kind of sort of stuck there. You can always go back in with the iron. And if you feel like your iron is not hot enough on the wool setting, because I know they're all different, please feel free to do your own experimentation and test out what works best for you. Now, here comes the tricky part. It's not so tricky as it just is very delicate. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our X-Acto knife and we're going to remove the sections of this stencil that we would like to be the lightest in color, because it's going to be the one that's going to get hit the most with the bleach, because it's going to be the first that we uncover, so it will get hit first. And then as we continue to uncover layers and layers and layers that we want to be progressively a darker light, it will continue to get hit again and again and again and again. And so it itself will become lighter. So you start with whatever you would like to be lightest first. And for me, that is going to be the outside here. And you just want to lightly press down. You're not even actually pressing. I'm just resting the weight of the knife on the paper and dragging it. I'm not even pressing down at all. So I'm just lightly dragging the weight of the X-Acto around. You're just going to gently, just like that. Remove that layer. And then you're going to continue on with whatever layer you would like to be the lightest. Okay, we finally have all of our sections for our first layer cut out. I do have to say this is the most time-consuming way to do this. However, it's very therapeutic to sit there actually and cut out these little shapes with your X-Acto knife, as you might imagine. So what we're going to do is get our mixture here. As soon as you're done, you want to get your paper towel and pat it down really well, because you don't want any of that excess getting up underneath the paper, and that is what's gonna mess with your beautiful design that you just spent all that time cutting out. So now we've taken off our next layer and it's already looking super cool. I love how that looks just as it is. You almost want to leave the paper on there. So again, you just uncover the areas that you would like to then make the next darkest. I want to do like a little border of spritzy around the edge. And I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. But that is why you want to cover up any areas that you don't want spritzed, because even though you think it's not going everywhere, it totally is. So we're just going to fill that in. Blot extra. Helps you kind of see too if you have any hard lines hanging out still. Once more. Whoop. So crazy cool. I can't believe how well it came out. Super happy with it. Very much worth the effort. So I'm going to clear down here and get ready for our quick little painting tutorial here at the end. Very simple, much simpler than the bleach, but I just wanted to show you how you can indeed paint onto your clothes with acrylic paint if you don't have any fabric paint. You will want to wash all of these items by hand in cold water if you do paint with acrylic paint as opposed to fabric, but I'm going to still show you how it's done. All right, we have gotten all set up here for the second half of our tutorial this week, and we are going to be painting directly onto our clothes. Now, as always, we have got our bit of cardboard underneath here. As you can see, I've taken my gloves off now that we're not playing with bleach anymore. I have also got my water jug here, our usual suspect of flathead and round brushes. I've also got my sponges. We're going to be doing some space scenes as usual, because I love space. Our paints here. The black, just to blend. And a little few sheets of paper just so we can mix our paints on. Now what I've gone and done already here is I have used the masking tape and just stripped it across. I did it on another, obviously not on the shirt, but I did it off to the side, and I layered them out. As you can see, they're layered here, and I just simply used the X-Acto knife, much like we did earlier with that stencil, and cut out a blank silhouette. So what I'm going to end up doing is painting all around the silhouette and then pulling that up so that that is in the background, and that's going to be really cool. right, as you can see, I've added a few more layers here. And this is all you do, is you just keep painting right over your piece until you are done, until you like what you see. You let it completely dry, and then you peel up your sticker. So let's keep going. All right, now I'm gonna let this bad boy dry, and we'll move on to our next one. Our last project this week, we are going to be doing a little free form just to show you that you can really paint anything on your shirts, anything you like. So what I have here is a piece of fabric chalk, fabric marking chalk, or if you have any of these, which are the chalk wheels, they work just as well also. Let this dry for about an hour or so. It's not as heavy of a paint job as the Galaxy, but you definitely want to make sure that you let it dry completely before you go and wear it. And of course, you don't want to be throwing these hand painted with acrylic paints into the washer and dryer. You want to make sure that you hand wash them inside out with cold water and hang them to dry. Now, of course, if you are using puff paint, which I did not have my collection of puff paint on hand to do this project with, so I wanted to show you that you could indeed do it with acrylic. But if you have puff paint and you can do this, of course, they will not wash off in the washer. So those are your two main options. I'm gonna let these dry, and then we are going to close it up for this week. Super fun. Okay, here we are at the finish. Everything is dried. I went ahead and washed the bleached shirts and dried them in the dryer. Our painted shirts are all done. Look how cool this one came out. Look at that. Super cool. I'm really, really digging it now. I was really inspired by the, the tie-up peasant sort of feel and the forest green motif that was going on here, and it just seemed to scream trees to me, and I really, really like how it came out. I really, really am loving this. So let's check out some of our other ones. There is my homage to Doctor Strange, sitting there in the middle. Loved this one. That one turned out fun. I always love galaxies, you know me. Here is our tie-dye shirt that came out really cool. The front and the back actually look quite different, so you probably could wear it one way or the other. That's almost an ombre we have going on there. That would be really cool. And this was just a plain brown shirt. And of course, here is our moon and stars. That one came out really cool. I love this one. I cannot wait to wear this one now. Boring old black shirt before, not anymore. And you see how easy that was to do, so easy. Now here we go with some of the more complicated ones. Oh, ooh, look how that one turned out. Oh my God, I love it so much. I love it so much, and everyone's gonna be so impressed by how you got all this variation. You could be like, oh yeah, that's bleaching a stencil. But really, I really love how this came out, and the variation of color, and a little aura thing going on there. Super, super awesome. And I also did one more because I found a paper stencil that I have, and I wanted to check out to see if it would work, and it does. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go. Ah, this is a super, super cute shirt now that you would probably pay $35, $40 for at H&M or at Abercrombie. Not that I'm saying names or anything, but you know what I'm saying. Look at that. Super cute. So I hope you had an amazing time this week. Clearly I had an amazing time. You can use this process, as I said, on anything that's more than 50% cotton or is actually rayon but not polyester, which is why we painted on that other black shirt and didn't bleach it. So whatever you've already started, projects last week with the bags, you can now transform those even more and just make it your own. So I cannot wait to see all of your amazing projects as they progress and as they transform. I will be bringing these more to you next week. We are going to be working on slash and stretch or slash and braid, which is where you slash open and you braid all the things and you make really cool designs without having to even sew the fabric. Fantastic. I can't wait to bring that one to you. That's a really fun one, and one I love to use with my belly dance tops and stuff. Oh, so great for yoga tops. So thank you so much for joining me this week. I had a fabulous time showing you all of these amazing techniques and trying them out myself. Some of them I was actually trying for the first time as well with you. So I was so grateful and honored to bring that to you this week. So I cannot wait to see your projects, and I will see you in the group. Mwah!